The 2015/16 Premier League season was a season to remember. With a 5,000 to 1 odds for Leicester to win the Premier League, they somehow did it.
Nothing's impossible.
With ballers like Vardy, Mahrez and Kante cementing the path to champions, the real question is now, can Leicester do the spectacular again?
You're goddamn right.
I believe they can, so that is why I'm going to come in as the new Leicester City manager with the new live start mode added to EA25 and take over Leicester midway through the season and start our journey on rebuilding Leicester into champions once again. Let's go beat the team. So here we have it then, the Leicester rebuild has begun, and like I said, let's go see the team. The team is looking very good indeed. This is the lineup they got at the moment in real life, with I think one of their main players in real life at the moment also being Vardy. He always turns up for Leicester, and the player I'm going to probably butcher the name in Not there, the 19-year-old sensation who is on loan for us. Canute's got a bit of potential about him here. I mean, for Watsu, it's got quite a couple of players, to be fair, who have got decent potential in the Leicester City team. The team is looking okay, but for me, the weak spots are, I hate to say it, it's probably Vardy there at the age of 37. A new striker could potentially be coming in there. Oakley as well. I mean, 73 over the age of 23. He could grow up. Fias as well. I mean, there's a couple of players we definitely need to change out, like the goalkeeper as well. As if anyone's a bit curious on when we potentially took over this team, we did take over this team at the 11th of November 2024. That was the earliest one at the time of recording. It was the first one that we pretty much got to be fair, which makes Leicester sit 15th in the table. I feel like for this season alone, we just got to survive. We have got to survive. We've made it a bit harder as well with the challenge here today. We have actually turned on the ability of actually getting sacked as well, so we need to try and hit some of the objectives for this season. Reached the round of 16 in progress and finished mid-table. So I think mid-table is definitely the pushing aspect for us here, but as you can see with the calendar, we are in November. So one thing I'm going to do later is vote around the team, get to January the 1st, see if we can make some signings with the budget of 35 million and go from there. So the team we are going to put out now is going to be in the 4-2-1-3, a new formation added to EA25 with the DMs and the cam. It just suits the positions we've got already in the team because we haven't got many centre mids, it's more DMs. Fair out to Vardy and Vardy here. I'm going to give Vardy the benefit of the doubt here until we get to January, see if he can still bang some goals because he is our highest rated striker. Oakley, he needs to go out, to be fair, for indeed in. If I can just quickly find him, I'm going to absolute shocker. And there he is, Vestergaard. Just due to the fact he is hard overall, and we want to try and get as many wins as possible. Going on to the tactics here, if we can just get onto this one as well. We have gone for the wing play tactical present because, well, we have got decent wingers in Watsu and Vardy. I feel like that's going to be the best one there. I've gone for a high defensive approach because I do believe that is quite meta in this game, whereas my team all Karimwood is very good indeed. Build up style here, I'm just going to go on balance. I don't want to try and throw pedal to the metal in the first season. Was getting in charge of this team, and I think we'll be absolutely fine right there. If we just quickly save that and go on to our next thing here, which again will be the tactical present. We're just going to see if we can hire a couple of coaches as well, because this helps out massively, I do believe, in terms of player growth. Have we got any fires? We have got one there for the goalkeeper department. We're just going to get one of each. Hopefully that will be ideal. Just quickly skim through this really quickly, see if we can find them. No, we're just going to get the 4 ones as well, and it should probably be the same for the midfield and the striker. There we go, so another 4-1 there. And it'd be nice to get a 5-1 here, especially with the likes of Vardy. I think he definitely needs the 5-star one, but we're not going to get fortunate enough and just get the 4-star one right there. Very should have fast forward a couple of months, and I think we have done very well indeed. We have got this Not here getting converted into a right wing for the rotation for the remaining of the season, and I believe we have done very well this scene as well, but we'll sort that out in a minute as well. But we have done fantastic indeed. We are now sitting in 9th position in the league. It just shows with a different formation change, a couple of players changing in and out of the team, we are looking very good indeed. Manchester City back to their winning ways, it seems like, against Liverpool, but we are 9th in the league, so our bar in the top right corner is completely maxed out. However, we have got some business to attend to. Let's have a look at the squad here and see who are the outstanding players so far this season and see where we need to improve. So Vardy is bagging in, Vardy is doing well, so John Ayew is doing well, but like I said, we need to improve within this team. So we go into the team management here. I think it's safe to say we definitely need a brand new striker for the team. I would say maybe a centre back and I'm going to say a goalkeeper, but I think 2 brand new centre backs because they'll get in there with age. Connor Cody as well, and maybe put Fias to be a starter, but I'm not too sure. But definitely our striker is where we definitely need to improve within this team. So our first signing will of course be the ST row, and it goes to the Brighton striker in Evan Ferguson. Yes, I believe the Irish striker will be coming to Leicester City. I don't think he gets much game time as he does do now for Brighton, because obviously people like João Pedro is really kicking the scene. So a new change for him for 11 million. I think that's a fantastic deal. For the age of 20, the overall 75, our brand new striker with Jamie Vardy with a rotation. Welcome Ferguson to Leicester City. And our last and final signing for the January in season 1, the rebuild of Leicester, will go to a centre back. We invested all our money. We're literally skint now in Zeno Zibast here. The 77 age 21 centre back from Sporting. The Belgian comes in. We invested a lot of money in this guy. I've always wanted to try this guy in a real build, and he's got a hell of a bit of potential about him. And if we want to grow for the future where we can go on to win the Premier League again, that's the main objective. The Champions League, the FA Cup, this guy definitely needs to come into the team. We need potential, and this guy hits that priority right there. He hits that criteria. He's in Leicester, number 15. Welcome, the best. So with Zeno Zabasta coming into the team for 19.7 million, we've literally skint. And we have got Bjorn and Bonnie there, who was looking at, to be fair, but we've decided to bring in Evan Ferguson instead. So let's have a look at them in the starting 11 here. So Vesco's going to come out the team here and drop in for Connor Cody, to then Connor Cody go to the reserve team to make way for the Bastard there. Looks like an incredible player indeed. And I think with the new signs we've got on the team now, we was doing really well. I mean, we came from pretty much 15th in the league, I do believe, right up to 9th. So I'm hoping when we get to the end of the season, we are kind of still 9th, I would say, all around that region. That would be ideal. Still got a lot of tough games coming up. We have got the new player roles here, which I will quickly have a look at as well. So let's just scroll down and quickly apply these as well. Do not worry, I will apply some new training sessions for people, but I'll do that before submitting to the end of the season. I won't bore you by doing it for literally every single one person, because we will get a bit stale when even I'll feel a bit bored, even me watching me doing that right there. But the team's looking very good. I'm just hoping it continues on. But let's see how they get on with season 1 with Leicester from January all the way to the end of the season. So here we are then near the end of the season. Looks like we have got Ipswich here. I feel like that should be a win at home, and it isn't. It is an away win there for Ipswich Town. So fair play right there. And looks like our last game will be against Bournemouth away. I feel like we need to win this one here, but we're looking still good in the top right corner. But have we secured our 9th position still in the league? Beating Forest 3-1, Southampton on the 3rd as well, and we are 12th with actually Bournemouth being our game. So either they or us are gonna come 12th. So let's have a look here. Let's just get right into this game. Any growth in the team? Not too much here. Fergus hasn't grown up at all, which is a bit worrying since he has signed. Let's have a look here though. Can we get a win here? And we do for Atsu Mamadivili and Mamadivili again. So we do get that, which should secure us that position in the table. I'll take that. That's definitely mid-table. I feel like we have definitely hit our objective right there. We have got 10 new player rows available, which I will definitely do. We've got an offer for a lead there. But let's have a look at our budget. Is anyone left? Because I'll definitely be able to find out and tell. And yes, they have, because we had 1 million pretty much remaining. We have got this Simon, so I'm not really going to do the youth academy, but he has. I was going to say he did look like he had really good potential, unless he's gone or something. I'm not too completely sure though. No, he isn't. I don't know. But we're going to leave it right there. We've got the youth academy tournament, so we're just going to bother with that. Don't think I'm going to bother with the youth academy this ribbon here, ladies and gentlemen. We want to just focus on the main team with Leicester City. But let's get to the squad hub here. Obviously, Jamie Vardy. We tried to offer him a new contract, but considering his age, he does not want to leave just yet. He wants to stay. Fuatsu, our top goal scorer, is fantastic indeed. Jamie Vardy with 6 goals here. But I feel like the main man himself, if I could just get the striker roles up, hasn't really played. He has played, but he's only scored 1 goal. So Evan Ferguson still looking to shine in the Leicester colours there. Hopefully next season will be a breakout season for him. Other than that, not the best friend. We're not out there. Unless he's got good potential, I'll be tempted to maybe bring him back into the team's rotation, or maybe a starter. You never know. But Fuatsu here, dominating as well. I have good rotation. Mukhtar, which converted him into a left wing to the rotation of Mavla Divi. But the team's looking very well indeed. Let's see who lost in the team though. Who actually we lose? Let's have a look here. So we actually lost Chahori there. He's gone over there. Vestergaard's gone to Villarreal. And Miguel Golden has gone on loan, which to be fair is probably good for him, because he might actually grow up to be quite a bit of a beast when he is older. You never know, could slip into the substitutions as a rotational player. Other than that though, I feel like it's absolutely fine. Let's have a look at the objectives from the board, see if we have actually done our objectives, and it is 2 out of 2. So we've come in pretty much in November from the manager it was previously before. And we've turned this around. We've avoided relegation, we've saved Leicester, and now next season in season 2 will be more the season where we get our money within the team and actually proper go for something in the next season. Not the title, of course not, but maybe a nice position, maybe Conference League, that could be a good shout, or maybe just mid-table again and to see some of the players grow. Other than that, I think from our debut season, it's been very good for Leicester in season 1 midway through. Let's see how season 2 does though with Leicester City. So here we have then into season 2 with Leicester. This is where it can proper kick off now in terms of rebuild. Last season we took over in November and we did absolutely fine. Pretty much being near the relegation zone and finishing mid-table to hit all our criteria from the board above. Looking at the team now though, I think the attack we're looking absolutely fine. Ferguson has gone up by a +1 with the likes of Skip going up to a 79 at the age of 24. It's looking very good indeed. I'm looking at potentially maybe looking at a new DM perhaps, and probably working more the defensive line. I could be looking at a new DM, I'm not too sure. We have got Samore and Ndini, which in terms of overalls and age is not looking too bad, but long term we want to get people in that's got a bit of potential, kind of like the attacking row and the Bast there as well, which we potentially be able to do with some sales within the team with as well, with the budget of 43 million just sat already within the team. Looking at the objectives this season though, we're looking at the youth development. We're not going to barge into this too much. Brian Sponger has signed one crucial player assigned to the defense position, which is very good indeed. We're definitely going to be doing that. Get a streak of 5 games without defeat this season. I think that's quite hard, to be fair. Domestic success, so finishing the Europa League spot, that's quite hard indeed. We might be able to do it, but we've got to be careful with this because the objectives sometimes do sway you and you potentially could get sacked. But reaching the round of 16s I think is a bit more comfortable for Leicester, especially with some of the new signs we could potentially be making within the team. So as you can see, we have simulated to the first game of season 2 with Leicester, which will be against Crystal Palace at our home stadium. And we have lost a couple of players indeed and made our budget a little bit more better for the season with 74 million. So let's have a look at who has left the team here. Starting off in the transfer history, we have got Samora here. He has gone to the Italian team right there for 6.2 million. Cordova Reed as well for Sheffield. Ward Dakin, which is a bit of a surprising one, wanted to leave. Harry Winks, 7.9, wanted to leave as well. And Connor Cody, who wanted to leave as well. A lot of people wanted to leave, but I don't mind that because we have got room now to hire another couple of players into this team. So it should be quite interesting indeed. I think the defensive department is going to be the best option to go for right here, especially with the board saying they want to sign a crucial player. And perhaps maybe a DM, I'm not too sure on that one there. But we'll have to wait and see who we bring in with a massive budget of 70-odd million. So we said we wanted to find a crucial centre-back, so why not go for one of the highest prospects in world football in Jorel Hato here from Ajax. At the age of 19, at the over 70-80, he's actually a left-back, but we convert him into a centre-back where his natural position is, with a whopping potential of 88. So he's definitely able to grow, and I feel like this would tick the boxes of signing a crucial centre-back for Leicester City. Around 28 million we paid for him, which I think is a stormer of a deal considering his age and overall. But our brand new number 4 for Leicester comes in with our first signing for season 2. The question is, do we find a DM or do we not? Let's find out. And the answer is yes. With one of Bayern's new hot prodigies coming through the ranks, we thought, you know what, we've got the money, let's bring him. And with Bayern having so much versatile in that midfield attack, it's about time this guy comes to a team where he gets a bit more game time. So I'd like to welcome to the team Alexander Pavlovich here, the German CDM, the overall 77, the age of 21. And with a deal where we paid under his market value of 19 million, we got him for 17 million, which I think is fantastic for a player with massive potential in Pavlovich. And our last and final signing goes into a right back now for a swap deal with James that we did. It is in Josip Stanisic here. So we've actually returned back to Bayern. However, he's staying in Bayern. He's actually gone to Club Brugge. So we actually signed from Club Brugge. So it was a whopping 15 million with James in the right back row gone to that club indeed. It comes in at the overall of 79 overall at the age of 24, which I think is a very good bargain indeed. A future player indeed. Our new number 5 with our last signing. 3 signings been in season 2. Good business indeed. Let's go check out the actual team for season 2. So there it is. James Dustin gets a swap deal with Stanovic right there. As you can see, 15 million. Well, I think that's the 17, so I had a shocker right there. You see some of the players I was actually looking at, but we decided to go with him instead. So the team is looking very good indeed. Hato there, Stanovic got to get converted as well. Hato and Pavlovich with Skip now being our actual captain. So I think it's a very good team indeed. Before we simulate to the end of the season, let's see if we can hire out a couple of coaches to make this team a little bit better and actually contest for something in this division. Are we going to get any here? Well, not really. We got a 4-1 right there. Can we get any more though? That's the question. 4-1s I would definitely take. Got another 4-1 right there. Ideally, we could just do it again and just repeat really and get one of each for another season. That would be absolutely fantastic, and we're not going to get that fortune, so we're just going to leave it there. And let's have a look at the objectives from the board once again. So hopefully we have ticked up a couple of 2 right there. So we've got brand exposure, we have someone crucial player, and getting a streak of 5 games without defeat this season. And then obviously domestic success. They're actually feeling very highly of us to finish in the Europa League spot. So it's going to be quite interesting if we can get to that. I think this team could potentially do it, but well, it's asked if we grow quite well in overalls in players, but we'll have to wait and see. Only way to find out is simulating to the end of the season. So here we have the end of the season. Looks like we have Liverpool here, and it's a draw to be fair. That's not a bad result against them at Anfield. And looks like our last game will be against Newcastle at home. Top right corner, it looks like we're just gone off the green, so we might not have had a bad season here. It says second there, but I don't think we have actually come second. I'd be very surprised and we haven't. We have come potentially 9th or 10th if we potentially get a result here and maybe United bottle. But let's get into the match day right here. Some actual growth within the team, which is nice to see. You can see it slowly developing into something very good indeed. Quick sim here at King Power Stadium. And we get the loss, unfortunately, with Isaac. They're getting a leg on the 65th minute. It looks like Brentford and United drew, but it doesn't matter. So it looks like, I believe we have come 10th in the league. Let's just confirm it right there. And we have, so not too bad, a little bit of an improvement, but not massively indeed. I think I will get sacked for this, let's be honest. I think it's done okay. Chelsea go on to win the league. They dominated, 86 points. Fair play to them right there. FA Cup here, and West Ham versus Norwich. Oh, and we got to a semi-final, so we could have actually got to a final right here. But a good run in the FA Cup, so maybe that's why I'm still in the management role indeed. Carabao Cup though, and it looks like Chelsea beat Everton, so fair play, they've done the double. And the rest we don't really need to look at indeed. But not a bad season from us. But let's have a look at the outstanding players of season 2 here. So in terms of growth, Stanovic and Zebast Elkanous and Fuatsu are our highest overalls. But in terms of the stats here, it goes to Evan Ferguson. So finally, like I said, this seems like it's been his breakthrough season. Finally grown up a little bit. Fuatsu's at Mavadivili as well. Kanous with a couple of goals and assists. And actually Tom Cannon as one of our new rotational strikers here, getting in some on 17 appearances. Zebast as well, 3 and 3 in the centre back role. Looks very good indeed. It looks okay. And looking in terms of the actual objectives as well, as you can see, 2 out of 2 was done. So let's have a look here. Obviously, that's where we've dropped down there for Europa League spot. I did think that was a bit far-fetched, to be fair, but it is what it is. We got 1 done in the FA Cup, let's just say that. Someone crucial player, and 7 out of 5 on the streak have 5 wins without defeat this season, which is quite impressive indeed, considering Leicester being kind of a midish table at the moment in this present time. But a decent season so far. But let's see if we can do a little bit better, maybe get European competition for season 3. And so here we have it then into season 3 with Leicester. Obviously coming from the last season, we had a pretty good season indeed. Obviously coming 10th in the Premier League, so a bit better from the previous season from there, and also the FA Cup, finishing in the top 4 teams. We got knocked out unfortunately in the semi-finals, but maybe this season we can actually go for it if we did very well in the last season. We have pretty much simulated near to the first game of the season, which would be against Newcastle in 21 days. And the reason I simulated because we have got a whopping 17 million, because we unfortunately have lost some individuals within the team, which we will assess and have a talk about right now. Starting off with Walter Fassier, the Belgian centre-back. He wanted to move away from the club. And Wilfred Ndini, which is a bit of a surprising one. I actually wanted to keep him within the team as a rotational kind of DM really, but he actually wanted to leave the club as well. So he has gone to Forest, which makes it up really to make a good whopping about 23-24 million mark right there to be invested into, I feel like, maybe a new left winger. Now obviously out of the 3 attackers, Mavadivi was the least underperforming one. He's a very good player, but I'm thinking maybe drop him into the substitutional role and then splashing the cash on a new left winger, because if you look at the actual other 2 here, in Ferguson and Fuatsu here at the age 22 and 21, they have got growth. And I'm just thinking at the age of 20 with Mavadivi, I don't think he's going to massively grow up. Him to be a very good substitution rotational winger over McAteer there on the bench. The rest of the team was looking pretty good, and to be honest, I think obviously we have got the rotation here with Braybrook here in the DM row of Ndini, who has left the team. Okalele, Strutter there, Alves, Thomas. The list goes on. I think rotation, they were not looking too shabby indeed. You could argue to potentially look for a new left back here with Christensen, but he's still got a bit of potential about him and maybe a brand new DM. But I'm going to give Skip the benefit of the doubt. He's obviously grown up quite a little bit, so I feel like I just want to keep him in the team just for now. But I think full focus in season 3 is to find a new left winger for Leicester City. So we said we wanted a new attacking starting left winger, so why not go to Villarreal for a new signing on my channel that I know really news in Jeremy Pino here from Villarreal. The age of 23, the overall of 82, can play left mid, right mid and left wing, which we will definitely convert him into a left wing. He's got pace, he's got shoot, he's got dribbling, you name it, he has got the full package and a game face as well. We paid a whopping 55 million for him, so a lot of our budget has gone to this Spaniard here on the winger. But he's got something about him and I want to try him out. So let's get him in the team as our new starting winger. Welcome, Jeremy Pino to Leicester City. And we couldn't help ourselves, so we thought we'd bring in a new rotational DM because I wasn't really liking the overall of the players we had on the substitution. So I'd like to welcome a player who I'm very familiar with as being a Plymouth Argyle supporter. He has gone back to Leeds now. Obviously the loan spell has gone. In Darko, Jamie right here. The age of 22 at the overall of 71. Got a little bit of potential about it, and I think being on the rotational role for 3 million is a bit of a good bargain now, I must say so myself. So welcome Darko Jamie, familiar face for myself, to Leicester City. And this legend will be the team for season 3. We're just going to pick Darko Jamie over the blade block right there. So there's a little bit more rotational there throughout the middle if we do need it. I'm going to give Alves the benefit of the doubt as well because he's at age 21. I'm hoping he can get to the 70 overall. And I think he'd be a good rotational El Canoes right there. We will convert Pino into a left wing. He might go actually up higher overall. Actually, do tend to do that anyway. But we're looking pretty set, to be fair. We have honestly gone to the tactical president again and I had a look at some coach management, more tactics here. And we have hired out a couple of more, especially some 5-star spells. So hopefully this season with a better growth, we can do a lot better indeed. If we go to the objectives right here, as you can see, brand exposure is 1 of 2 complete, and that's because we assigned 1 crucial first team player assigned to the midfield position, which of course is Jeremy Pino right there. Get a streak of 5 games with at least 1 goal scored in away matches this season. I think we could definitely do that. Bit of a tough one, but we have, to be fair, from last season, a different one, but a bit similar. We did 705, so it was very good indeed. Youth development, we're not really going to look into this too much here. I might just sign 1 player in Youth Academy just to take it off and just increase our bar in the top right corner at the end of the season. But this is where it's a bit more, well, critical, as it literally says on the domestic success. Reached the round of 16 in the FA Cup here and finished mid-table. Now I'm going to do my own objective here. I think we're getting closer and closer to some European football this season, so I'd like to go for Conference League. I think that'd be very good indeed, and maybe the FA Cup, considering we got to the semis, maybe the quarters. I think that'd be a little bit better because the semis we might just had a really good run in terms of people who were going to play next round. If not, why not go for and try and go on to win it and then go into season 4, and who knows what can happen then. Maybe season 4, 5, 6, who knows. But we'll have to wait and see. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's simulate to the end of the season and let's see how Leicester do with this brand new team for season 3. And so here we have the end of the season. Looks like we have got Forest right here. 2-2 draw. I mean, that's not a bad result right there. Top right corner's looking very good though, so I reckon we finished mid-table. We actually got Man United. Oh, we got a final. Wow, we actually got to, can we win it there? Oh, we lose it to Man United. Of course we do. So it looks like maybe season 4 we could definitely go get 1 step closer there. Liverpool there. 2-0 defeat right there, which is a bit frustrating, but I suppose it is Liverpool. They're going to probably get the win there. And it looks like our last game will be against Everton in the Premier League. So let's see where we come in the league again, because we came quite close in the FA Cup. We got to the finals in season 3, and in season 2 we got the semi-finals. So let's see where we go in the league here. We must not have done too bad, and we have come 3rd potentially. Wow, so we are actually doing a lot better than I anticipated. Indeed, can we get the win here against Everton? I mean, 3 season in, I mean, Ferguson, I mean, to be fair, the Groveland team, I mean, look at the defensive line in Debas, Hato and Pavlovic there, looking fantastic. But can we get the win here at Goodison Park? And we do, with Christensen, our fullback, getting the goal, Skip and Ferguson as well. So where does that actually confirm us in the league? We said Conference League, and we've actually got Champions League football for next season. So let's just confirm where we have come in the league, and we have come 3rd. Just a little bit behind from Liverpool, so very intriguing indeed. We've done fantastic. We have really, I mean, to be fair, very close indeed. I mean, Arsenal and Spurs, I mean, if we just lost that last game, we could have actually dropped into Europa League, so it's very close from 5th to 1st position. But we have done fantastically. Champions League football for next season. But let's go into the old competitions here. I mean, we did fantastic in the FA Cup once again. But Man United beat us 2-1. Close final indeed. Let's say we beat Middlesbrough as well. It would be nice to have Wolves a bit of an easier team to play there. No offense right there. Beat Millwall. Who else did we beat here? Let's go to the left. We beat Manchester City away 3-2. So that's quite a good win indeed. Carabao Cup though, and Man United have done the double there against one of their arch rivals in Liverpool. Just kind of trying to skip through this. I cannot see us at all, which is a bit worrying for the Carabao Cup. I mean, it's not the trophy we normally tick off, and we lost to Brighton. Oh no, we beat Brighton, so where did we get knocked out to then? Ah, there we go, sorry. So Watford beat us 4-1 on penalties. Other than that though, still a fantastic season. As you can see, we have pretty much ticked off our objectives. We did sign the midfielder for the youth development right there because we didn't want to kind of jeopardize our position as a manager job. But in terms of brand exposure, we did that 15-5. Jesus Christ, I mean, that is fantastic there. Considering if it was a loss or a draw, I suppose that might be quite easy actually, considering our team with our attack as well. And as you can see there, finals and finishing 3rd. So season 4, you never know. If we're coming 3rd in the Premier League and getting there in the FA Cup, it could be the season we end it if we get to the Champions League final, of course. But we want to win that. But let's have a look at the squad here in terms of growth. There's a lot of growth within the team, and I think that's why. But let's have a look at the outstanding players this season, and it goes to quite a lot of people. And of course, it goes to more of the attacker. Pino here coming in very good, growing up massive. You can see the left wing right there, 22 and 4. Ferguson hitting his own now with 30 and 11. Probably player of the season, it seems, with those other stats. But El Khanous probably takes the spotlight here with 21 and 16. Fantastic from the Moroccan right there. Fawatsu as well, 15 and 12. Tom Cannon. Stanovic 5 and 3 at the fullback row. On the skip hit. Oh, Jesus, I can Pavlovic 18 assists. The D-hands are cooking. 18 assists for Pavlovic. So you can see why he has grown up here. The German, and Skip as well with the overall of 82 with 13 assists. It's very good indeed. The growth of the team is looking fantastic. We can see a little bit better here with the Best and Hatto as well. There's definitely going to stay here to the end, or potentially the rebuild when we do eventually hit it one day in this rebuild. I think for next season though, if we do want to try and contest for the Premier League, as much as Skip got his kind of good stats this season, we need to probably improve it right there. Stanovic had decent stats there at the age of 27. If we maybe push him for an 85, I'll be happy for next season. But Christensen isn't growing up at all, so maybe a new DM left back and maybe a higher rated goalkeeper. Maybe someone that's got a bit of a massive age on him, but decent overall, so we could spend a little bit of money on and get someone like, I don't know, Ter Stegen, etc. I don't know, someone that's kind of got that overall that we can pay for cheap and potentially just for season 4 to see how we get on in that one. But other than that though, we have done fantastic indeed. Fawatsu's growing up massively. Pino there. Ferguson, I'm hoping he has another breakthrough season and kind of push on the barrier of his actual potential and break through it and really rapidly grow like the rest of the attack in this team. But like I said, this team is looking quite good, and you never know, we could get it done in season 4. We could get a bit of luck in the Champions League. It's surprising me in the actual league and the FA Cup, so you never know. Don't write it off. This is Leicester. They did the miracle with the 5,001 to win the Premier League. There's nothing saying they cannot do it in the Champions League. You never know, especially with the team they got now. But let's find out in season 4. So here we have it then into season 4. So coming off from last season, we did fantastic, and who knows, coming from last season, this season we could be able to do it indeed. Finishing 3rd last season, runners up in the FA Cup, and like I said, in the last season I was expecting mid-table, but the team surprised me, especially with the attacking threat. But this season we have also got the Champions League. I've gone into domestic success here, finishing the Europa League spot, which is a bit more realistic for Leicester, but I mean, they keep surprising me like they did when they won the league a couple of years back. But they're doing it in the scrimmage once again under my management here. FA Cup, they want us to reach the semi-final. I kind of agreed to that, considering we're hitting that region now, semi-finals and finals, but we might be able to get it over the finishing line this one. Now this is a bit intriguing here. Champions League, they're thinking we could do quite well in the semi-finals. I mean, you never know. We said that with the Premier League and the FA Cup, and we did that indeed. Brand exposure, they'll get a streak of 5 wins this season. I think we can definitely do that. So I'm 3 players born in South America. Now looking at the team, we come up from last season saying that we want to potentially switch out and make some improvements in the team. Like the likes of Oliver Skip here, could probably drop down into the rotation and roast a brand new DM right there. Maybe a new left back because Christensen isn't really growing up, and maybe a goalkeeper if we want to compete with new people like the Premier League and stuff like that. And especially with the budget, if I could just show you now, of a whopping, if I can just quickly get to it, 115 million. So hopefully that should be able to bring in the 3 players that we do need to improve this team. In terms of selling people, I don't think we really need to. We'll probably do some swap deals perhaps, but other than that, we need to make some signings for season 4 if we want to compete for all these trophies. So our first signing goes into the left back row. He was from Wolves, but now he's at Napoli, but we're going to bring him back to the Premier League in Ryan Al-Nouri here. A very good, talented left back indeed, who has got a bit of potential about him with the age of 26 and the overall of 84. A solid card indeed. We paid 20 million with a swap deal with Christiansen as well, so he's going to a decent club and we're exchanging to a higher overall left back. That will probably be growing up a lot more higher. Let's just say that right there, like Stavtovic on the opposite side in right back. We're in the number 2 for our first signing of season 4. More to come though. We're definitely changing that colour on that wristband to blue. No more yellow for Wolves, but this time for the Foxes in Leicester City. And for our second signing, it goes into the EM row. I didn't want to get rid of Oliver Skip, but we have to save money for more future signings in season 4. So we went ahead and swapped in with some money with Mats Wiefer here from Brighton. Overall 85 at the age of 27. 22 million with Oliver Skip for an 85 overall. Good exchange for us right there. The Dutch CDM is a very strong one indeed, and we definitely need that. Bit versatile for in that DM row right now, which I like to see. Game face as well. It's a storm of a signing. On to our first signing now, and we're going to make the board happy because we're going to sign one player only from South America, and that's in a rotational cam, a guy that knows how to play in the Premier League, Emmanuel Lanzini here. The age of 34, the over is 75. We only paid 5 million for him, which I think is a bit of a bargain on a 2-year contract. It's not got bad stats as well, and I'm just thinking of an El Canusis rotational role. We definitely were going to get him in. He's definitely Premier League level. He's going to make a return, but this time with the Foxes in Leicester City. And for our final signing of season 4, it goes to a goalkeeper in Bart Verbruggen here. He's actually at Real Madrid, so he must be doing pretty well there. But the age of 24, the overall of 83, he's definitely got a bit of potential over our goalkeeper at the moment, which we did involve in the swap deal with 20 million. Market value is at 29, so I don't think it's too bad. To be fair, might have lost a bit of money, but he's got a game face. He's got a bit of potential about him. I'm hoping near the end of the season, if we get into maybe season 5, he's around the 85, 86 overall and gets a bit of potential. But our new number 1 in the net for the Foxes in Verbruggen here. Hopefully he can do well. But that's our last signing for season 4 with Leicester City. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the team for season 4, and to be honest, it could definitely be a winning side in the Premier League. And I feel like in terms of growth now, Wiefer coming in, Pavlovic in the midfield now, very strong DMs right there. El Canus, Watsu, Ferguson, Pino, Al-Nouri, Debasti, Hasso, Stanovic, and now the new brand new goalkeeper in Verbruggen there, with Lanzini just on the substitution bench here. That's what I like to see. No really 60 overalls. A nice bit of rotation in the substitutions as well. We have also took the liberty and the benefit of the doubt of hiring out and pretty much maxing out our coaches, as you can see, to increase our chances of actually winning some silver this season. There it pretty much is. I'll just confirm it right now. You see in the top left hand corner, staff capacity is 15, open positions 0 in the red. Other than that though, we are pretty much ready to go. If I had to make a guess really, I feel like the FA Cup we could go on to win it, but the Premier League maybe top 4 I'd say. But let's find out at the end of the season. And so here we have it at the end of the season. We simulate all the way through. We're against Spurs. Can we get the win here? 2-1 against Spurs was a fantastic result. Hopefully that's going to be determined for the rest of the season as well, especially with our last game against Chelsea. But how did we get on with the cup? So have we done well here? And we have, with a Champions League final as well. We could potentially get this done in season 4 if the Premier League has gone our way. And it looks like from the calendar, and it's very close indeed, it's either Leicester City or Manchester City to lift the actual title here. So let's get right into this game. No messing around here. Match day. This is going to be a bit interesting indeed. How are we going to get on here? I think the kits are absolutely fine. I mean, I think all that's left to do now is go for it. Can we do it? Let's get into it. Come on, come on, come on. Can we do it? We do! I really thought then that we was... Oh, I really thought Chelsea beat us then. But it wasn't with Fuatsu. And we have won the Premier League. Ferguson as well. Yeah, man, Ferguson again. Pino there with the goals. Fantastic indeed. And Aston Villa actually beat Manchester City, but we have done it. I mean, we could potentially do it here, but let's have a look before we simulate up to that game right here. Let's just have a quick gander of the actual standards. Let's beat Borussia Dortmund there. We might as well start with the Champions League whilst it's still on the screen here. 3-2 against Borussia Dortmund. We could have played into there, but it will be AC Milan instead. beating Manchester City 5-3 on aggregate, 5-2 right there at home. Pure dominance there, round of 16. PSG, we've had a hard run, but we've done fantastic. 4-3 right there. The playoffs round, how did we go? We third in the league with no draws, but only 2 losses. FA Cup, just to confirm it, and we have bottled one against Arsenal, pure domination. 14, I mean, City's had an absolute shocker. They bottled the league against us in the Champions League and also the FA Cup. Host City getting to the semi-final, but this Leicester City team, 5-0 away to Newcastle. We have absolutely demolished this. Carabao Cup here, and Liverpool beat Newcastle. We did do actually quite well in this. We got to the quarters, but Liverpool, of course, have knocked us out right there. But we could get the challenge done in Season 4. Normally I tend to get it done in Season 3, but we have, well, to be fair, Leicester's a bit more of a harder team to rebuild, and I think if I get this in Season 4, I might have to give myself a pat on the back because we're doing fantastic here. But let's get into the team. Hopefully no suspensions here, and it isn't, but look at this team. You can see why it's done fantastic. I mean, just look at the 2 centre-backs. 90, 91, Pavlovic 91. Not a lot of growth, to be fair. Weaver's only gone up by 1. Stanic hasn't massively grown. Alnoy's gone up a little bit. Van Bruggen here, I mean, with the +5, perhaps maybe obviously goes as like an 89. So he's done 1. Ferguson as well. Old Trafford we're playing at here, so familiar stadium, so it might favour me here, as Leicester plays more games than AC Milan because they're in a different division, of course. But this is going to be interesting. Can we do it? They haven't got their classic red and white kick due to the copyright issues or licensing. I'm not too sure what it is with EA, which is a bit frustrating. But can we do it? Can we complete it with a treble? Be a first. Let's go for it. Radio to Leicester City versus Milano FC. As we all know, though, is AC Milan. We have to find the odds again from Leicester winning the Premier League back in the day with the likes of N'Golo Kante, Kante and Mahrez and Jamie Vardy and many more. Can this team now make history and win the Champions League? They've done the FA Cup in the past. And the same with the Premier League, as we all know, with the 5,001 odds. But they've done it again. But can they do history and win their first ever Champions League title? But also a treble as well. But here we go, come on. The team's looking up for it. Twisted and turning. Into the middle with Weaver there. Ball out wide. It's a good touch there. That's fantastic. Pavlovic inside there to El Canoes. Good save from Costa. First chance to Leicester City. Emerson Royale does well there. 13 minutes in, 1 shot on target already for the Blues. The Foxes are looking up for it against AC Milan. Woodham right there. Play to watch in Woodpick there. Number 33. Milan. Good pass to Jonathan David. It's a great pass actually, and Milan hitting us now. This final's lively already. They should be scoring that. So lucky though. Surprised that wasn't a corner kick, unless it was true offside, I'm not sure. He's got a touch on as well. Here Hernandez. Fuatsu does well. Fuatsu with a good shot now. There will be a foul on the edge of the box to us, I do believe. He did snap him right before he took the shot, and it's not good, and there will be a yellow card for Mahrez there. And luckily he's not injured, I do believe. I was going to say, that was quite nasty. That could have been a yellow, actually, a red, sorry. Fuatsu with the chance here. I'm actually tempted to play it to Ferguson because he's wide open. For some reason he's gone behind. Why has he gone behind the player? He's gone back in front. I might try and do it quicker. Wants to take advantage of it. Ferguson here, get a shot. Oh, he's just not done it. He has not done it there. Back out wide. Go into the box. I can see Weaver making the run. The keeper will contest for it. The keeper will catch it. Oh, the keeper's done, mate. Shock. It should be mine. Well done there. Took a risky pass that. Probably shouldn't have done it. And because of that, Pavlovic will bring him down. Yellow card as well for both central midfielders. That's out wide. Now we can hit off this. I'm looking at Fuatsu to make a decent run past Theo Hernandez, and he does. That's inside against the Frenchman. Back out wide. Fuatsu looks up for it. Gotta say, couldn't get past Theo Hernandez this time though. Just needed a bit more direct, I feel like. Going a bit too out wide, and Stanovic does well. So ball over the top there. Can we get the head down though? It doesn't. It goes back into Pavlovic. Twisting and turning from the by man. And we will keep going here. It's unlucky. We've just got to be a bit more direct. I think we're going to go into this half 0-0, I feel like. I'm not going to be wrong here, though. So it could be through here. Gary Pino. No, we can't. We just can't not get past the defence at the moment. It's looking a bit too strong for us. And that's not a sight we want to see at the moment. Luca. It's a good ball, but that should be ours. Running from Hatter there. I'm just going to clear out. What a ball that is. Oh, why did you blow it there? Oh, it was through. That was probably the best ball I've seen in my life. Florazzi was through as well. Oh, so unlucky. But goalless out of the break. Both teams had decent chances, but no goals still. Entertaining game indeed, but it's goalless. Really, gentlemen, no changes from myself, but what I have done has actually changed it so the midfield and the wingers are a bit more attacking and inside runs as well. Oh, Mori here with a good chance here. Throws it back to Ferguson. Ferguson can get a shot off here and he gets it in! Leicester City lead! And we're going to celebrate with the fans. We finally open up this goal-scoring game at Old Trafford. The tactics were changed, and Ferguson finally somewhere scores. Aonori with the yellow wristband. I don't know why it hasn't changed. I did change it before the simulation to the end of the season, but it is what it is. The game's the game. Who cares? Ferguson with a good goal there. Costa reached for it, but couldn't save it properly. A goal's a goal, we'll take it for Leicester. So 1-0 to Leicester City. But can we now continue and hold out on this lead? That's what we're asking for the most. Pass out wide, Theo Hernandez. Stanovic does fantastic there. Unbelievable from him. Look at the strength. Pushing off one of the best forwards in the world football. Really big battle there. And he sends him to the shop as well. Onusa pass inside to Pino. He's not done the best there. He slipped on his ass with a slice tackle as well. Can we keep going here? Well done from Pavlovic. Yeah, got on the yellow card. He's got to watch on his feet. Might be a sub for Dark Jamie soon. We don't want to really risk that indeed. And they are going to make a sub as well. And Gavi on for Romero. Okay. Romero goes off. I keep thinking that was a Spurs centre back, but it definitely wasn't. Pavlovic fantastic there. Can he win it again? He does. That is why he's the rating he is. He cannot get a pass off. Maybe a silly one for me. I thought he should have gone over the top there. Well in there. Dynamic duel. The two centre backs linking up well. 65th minute now still. Only 1-0 from Ferguson. Weaver there. Back into Aonori. Into Yemi Pino. Overlapping run. It is due into the offside. And oh, there's a quick sub there. Happy days. Darko Jamie comes on for Pavlovic, who has a fantastic game indeed. Approaching the 7th minute. Oh, we'd like another goal with Phil Foden comes up and getting, which is a bit strange. You would think Phil Foden would start with the over he is. Very good player indeed. Not had the best season at Manchester City in real life, but still one of the best world talents in world football in terms of a young lad. I think we can all agree on that and not disagree. And there's it, twisting and turning. It won't do. We cannot get the ball here. And the Dark Jamie there. That's fortunate. So we do. Oh darn, get a bit fortunate there. Not going to attempt to make the run. Good play there. Stanovic. It's a pass there though, and it could get through, and we couldn't get off. I think it was just a little bit offside anyway. I'm going to get Cannon on for Ferguson. The goal scorers could have come off. Tired legs indeed, and fresh legs on, and Cannon, the substitution striker. We go one from Jamie there. Pass right there. Inside. Cannon is free. It's a good one from Tomori. Unlucky. Try to bring him down, but we can't. Still can't get there. It's a good ball into the box there, and do a bit there. The defender does enough for him to have a heavy touch. And I'll tell you what, we will do it. Why not? He's been a legend. Why not? He's been here from day one. Get him on the pitch. But only the one goal that could determine this Champions League. But we'll take it if it secures us with history for this club. And for me, a pat on the back for getting it done in 4 seasons. Scooter here. Inside. Another inside. Jeremy Pino with a good turn to more organise it, but I think we have done it with the 3-minute halves that we always play on my channel. This ball should go out, and we have secured a treble. I do believe just got to defend this bit here. Great header there, and I think that's it. We have done it, I believe. Blow the whistle. We have. It's only took us 4 seasons, surprisingly. I was looking for 5 and 6. But Leicester City has defied the odds once again and proved everyone wrong and created history from winning the Premier League back in the day at 5001, which no one, and I mean literally no one except for one person I believe that actually backed it, never thought that they can win a massive major trophy like the Premier. We have done it within 4 seasons and won the Premier League, the FA Cup again, but this time the Champions League. With only 4 seasons, I can't keep repeating it because people are going to get annoyed with me for repeating it too many times, but it is quite impressive. I did not expect to win this get this challenge done in 4 seasons. I expected 5 or 6, but you know, all 3 trophies have been ticked off. There's nothing else for us to win. You can say the Gabaro Cup, but let's be honest, let's be realistic. No one really cares for that cup too much. These are the 3 major ones in English football, and with the Champions League being the best. But let's say the best here, our backup rotational centre-back, it seems, lists the Toyo for the Foxes to secure this challenge to be completed. Very fun team. Done well. Shocked me, and I think a lot of people doing the season 4. Let's continue on. So there is Leicester City winning the Champions League, and we get to see a little bit of glimpse here. We won't watch the whole of it because it is literally exactly the same cutscene, but there is a treble completed in the Premier League, the FA Cup and the Champions League. We will definitely take our own. It looks very beautiful in all blue. I didn't expect to do that, to be honest. I mean, normally with my channel we normally win like an FA Cup for like a 1 season and do the double after that when our team's getting a bit stronger, but this season we've done it well. I mean, a couple of seasons ago, semi-finals to final to now winners of the FA Cup, Champions League as well. Our first time back in the competition, and we've just won it, so we'll take it. Premier League champions again for the 2nd time in history. Well into Leicester. We continue on. So a very good team indeed. But now let's have a look and finish up with my career stats and also right now the best players of the season. And it goes to Ferguson with 34, 4 more goals I do believe than his last season. Ferrazzo as well with 24. El Canous, who could potentially win the Ballon d'Or with 61 appearances, 19 goals and 24. Pino and Mavididi there. I was glad to see Mavididi still had a bit of an impact in this team with same goals as Pino. Good rotation right there, I feel like there. Pavlovic with 14 assists. We for her actually being the better DM with less games with 4 more assists here. Just shows sometimes the rating doesn't mean jack shit. Let's just say that. He's done fantastic indeed. With the rest of the team hardly not getting much appearances here, but a game is the game. They're there for more support. Let's have a look though at my manager's stats to wrap up this rebuild here today. As you can see, our biggest win 6-0 against Leeds in September 2025. Biggest defeat 5-1 against Liverpool 2025 in September, same month to be fair, so fair, a bit of an off month. Then biggest defeat, I just said that on last year's shocker. I meant record transfer 55 million, total earnings 11, 183 played, 106 wins, 24 draws and 53 losses. Very good. Like I said, I expected to get this done in 5 and 6 seasons, but we was able to somehow get it done in season 4. Lanzini as well. Let's say it's coming from, but it doesn't matter because we have completed the challenge, and that is the final team right there. It is, to be fair, a very good team. I mean, El Canous, Pavlovic. I mean, we've got 490 overall players with nearly 1 in Pino as well. So, I mean, I think the substitutions is good with Darko Jamie, Oakley there, Lanzini, Kante and Mahrez. I've actually tried to convert to a right wing, but for some reason it obviously must have not submitted through. I'm not too sure, but who cares? The challenge is done later, and it's been fantastic. The team's been unreal. Didn't expect it, but we have got it done. So if you'd like to see more rebuilds like this on my channel later on, please think and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Oceans and oceans, vapors of